students. Dignitaries for the day have arrived. Let us welcome them with a round of applause. Can we imagine the world without colors? Not at all. Nature itself has many colors, which makes world look beautiful. Colors are indeed the smiles of nature. A very fine and pleasant morning to all present here. I, Deepa Sequeira, on behalf of the management, our respected principal, Father Melvin Anil Lobo SJ, and all my colleagues, extend a gracious welcome to one and all gathered here. Children usually learn about colors during their preschool years. Their ability to identify colors is considered as a milestone in a child's cognitive process. A very important part of learning during kindergarten years is identification of colors. We introduce primary colors through various activities, and I congratulate all students for your active participation in all the activities. So today, we are here to celebrate the Colors Day together for the academic year 2023-24. Before we begin today's program, let us invoke God's blessings upon us with a prayer song. May I request KG2 students to lead us in prayer. Children, please join your hands. Thank you, dear children. Well, welcoming is an art, and it sprouts from the heart. To express it at this juncture, may I take the pleasure of requesting KG2 students Shrihan Tilak and Eva D'Souza to welcome the gathering.
Good morning to one and all gathered here. I, Shrihan Tilak of KG2A,
I, Eva D'Souza of KG2C,
am here to welcome you all for the Colors Day celebration of kindergarten. With immense pleasure, I would like to welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Santosh Sons, for this program. I request our principal, Father Melvin Anil Lobo SJ, to welcome our chief guest with a sapling. Thank you, Father.
who always guides us and makes every memorable for us. Hearty welcome to you, Father.
I'm extremely happy to welcome our Vice Principal and Kindergarten Coordinator, Ms. Aparna Suresh, for this program. Welcome, ma'am.
I welcome your parents for gathering here to witness this program. Welcome, dear parents.
I'm extremely happy to welcome. I express my cordial welcome to all my dear teachers and my dear friends. Welcome one and all.
Merry color can speak to the soul in 1,000 different ways. Now, here are our tiny thoughts of KG2 to speak about the significance of each color.
Good morning, everyone. I, Drishti Prasad from KG2B, will be speaking on the significance of color red. Red is one of the primary color. It symbolizes love, commitment, strength, and bravery. In traffic signal, red light is used to show stop signal. The color of blood is red. I like red fruits like apple, strawberry, and cherry. I love red color. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I, Callahan Luke Pinto of KG2C. Today, I'm going to be speaking at the significance of the color yellow. Yellow is the color of sunshine, hope, and happiness. It is the most luminous of all the colors of the spectrum. It is the color of joy, enlightenment, optimism, and creativity. Most of the flowers are yellow in color. They boost confidence, curiosity, and even improve learning. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I, Yuvan Jobert D'Souza of KG2A, will be speaking on the significance of color blue. Blue symbolizes the water and the sky. Blue is associated with trust and loyalty, as well as with wisdom and harmony.
Blue is one of the 7 colors of the rainbow. Blue is a soothing color that helps to calm our mind. And blue is a happy color. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I am Alfia Patel from KG2B. Will be speaking on significance of the color green. Color green is the of life, nature and energy. Green has been shown improve reading activity. Green is calming. It is a symbol of freshness, prosperity and good health. It stands for balance, spring, growth and money. Go green. Thank you. Happy Colors Day!
I very much appreciate you, dear children, for giving us the significance of each color. Let us give them a big round of applause. May I request pre-KG students to assemble for the dance performance. Dance is the joy of movement and the heart of life. Here are the tiny tots of KG2 to entertain you all with a cute dance performance. Let's enjoy.
चंदा चमके चम चम चीखे चौकन्ना चोर चीटी चाटी चीनी चटोरी चीनी घोर चंदा चमके चम चम चीखे चौकन्ना चोर चीटी चाटी चीनी चटोरी चीनी घोर कितना मुश्किल ये गाना जरा गा के दिखाना
चंदा चीनी चमके चाटे चौकन्ना चीखे चोर चंदा चमके चम चम चीखे चौकन्ना चोर चीटी चाटे चीनी चटोरी चीनी घोर
खड़क सिंह के खड़कने से खड़कती है खिड़कियां खिड़कियों के खड़कने से खड़कता है खड़क सिंह
खड़क सिंह के खड़कने से खड़कती है खिड़कियां खिड़कियों के खड़कने से खड़कता है खड़क सिंह कितना मुश्किल ये गाना जरा गा के दिखाना
खड़क खड़क के खड़के खड़के खड़क सिंह का खड़के जोर चंदा चमके चम चम चीखे चौकन्ना चोर चीटी चाटे चीनी चटोरी चीनी घोर
चंदा चमके चम चम चीखे चौकन्ना चोर चीटी चाटे चीनी चटोरी चीनी घोर
Yes. Let us give them a big clap. Song.
Colors, below the setting sun. What is blue? The sky. Hello, hello, inside you. Where are you? We are you. Hello, hello, inside you. I'm sure you love and dream. What is green? Our dreams so free. What is orange? Juicy fruit. What is purple? Bunch of grape. What is brown? Yummy chocolate. Hello, hello, inside you. Green and blue. Hello, hello, inside you. And I'm sure you love and dream. I'm sure you love and dream.
KG2 students are all set to sing a melodious color song for all of us. Let us enjoy. KG2 students are all set to sing a melodious color song for all of us. Let us enjoy. May I request KG2 students to assemble for the dance performance. Dear parents, let us sit back and enjoy a beautiful dance performance by KG2 students.
ಕಾಮನ ಬಿಲ್ಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಗುತ್ತ ಸಾಗುವ ರೈಲಿದೆ ಜುಗು 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 ಜೂ ಕುಕ್ಕು. ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯ ದೀಪದ ಕಂಬ ಚಂದಕ್ಕಿ ಮಾಮನ ಕೈಲಿದೆ ಜುಗು 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 ಜೂ ಕುಕ್ಕು. ಹಾರುವ ಹಕ್ಕಿಯ ಜೊತೆ ಹಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಶಾಲೆಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡಿಕೊಂಡು ತಾರೆಯ ಊರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರಿ ಕಾಮನ ಬಿಲ್ಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಗುತ್ತ ಸಾಗುವ ರೈಲಿದೆ ಜುಗು 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 ಜೂ ಕುಕ್ಕು. ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯ ದೀಪದ ಕಂಬ ಚಂದಕ್ಕಿ ಮಾಮನ ಕೈಲಿದೆ ಜುಗು 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 ಜೂ ಕುಕ್ಕು. ಪಚ್ಚೆಯ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಆಚೆ ಹವಳ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಬೀಚಿದೆ ಬಿಳಿಯ ಕುದುರೆಗಳ ಹೊಳೆಯುವಂಥ ಕೋಚಿದೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಬುದ್ಧ ಗುರು ನಾನಕ್ಕು ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಗೊಂಬೆಯ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡಿಲಲಿವ ಕಾಮನ ಬಿಲ್ಲಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಗುತ್ತ ಸಾಗುವ ರೈಲಿದೆ ಜುಗು 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 ಜೂ ಕುಕ್ಕು. ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯ ದೀಪದ ಕಂಬ ಚಂದಕ್ಕಿ ಮಾಮನ ಕೈಲಿದೆ ಜುಗು 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 ಜೂ ಕುಕ್ಕು.
May I request the dignitaries to occupy their seats on the stage? Today, on this occasion, we have invited a special guest who was very kind enough to accept our invitation in spite of his having a busy schedule. I consider it a great honor to welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Santosh T. Sons. May I now request Vice Principal and Kindergarten Coordinator, Ms. Aparna Suresh, to introduce today's chief guest to the gathering.
Good morning, one and all gathered here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with immense pride and pleasure that I introduce to you our esteemed chief guest, a true champion for child health, a much sought after pediatrician and an inspiration to all of us. Dr. Santosh T. Sons is currently the professor and HOD Department of Pediatrics at AJ Institute of Medical Sciences, Mangaluru. He is also the Chief of Neonatal and Pediatric Intensive Care Division at AJ Hospital and Research Center, Mangaluru. Throughout his illustrious career, he has achieved numerous milestones, taking leading positions in the national level and international level medical associations, few important ones. He was the National President 2018 Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Founder National President of the Organized Medicine Academic Guild of India, Standing Committee Member of the Asia Pacific Pediatric Association 2019-2021. Beyond the confines of the hospital, Dr. Santosh Soons was the editor of Intensivist Journal of IAP Pediatric Intensive Care 2005 to 2008. National Advisory Board member, Karnataka Pediatric Journal since 2005. His passion and dedication to his profession has brought him many laurels and prestigious awards. He has won the Outstanding Asian Pediatrician Award 2019 by APPA, National Indian Medical Association Doctors' Day Award in 2019. He has given his service also by editing various books related to his field. With his passion for the well-being of children and unwavering dedication to excellence, he has touched the lives of numerous young patients and their families. Sir, it is a great honor for us to have you with us this morning, and we are grateful for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion. Dear parents, please join me in giving a warm round of applause to welcome our distinguished Chief Guest, Dr. Santosh T. Soons. Sir, we are eager to hear from you. Over to you, sir.
A very good morning to all my dear students, parents, and the teachers of this great school. Respected Principal Father Melvin Lobo, Vice Principal Aparna Suresh, and the teachers of Gonzaga School. Children performed very beautifully. They have made my day really colorful and wonderful. I think you have made my day, dear children. Your performance about learning what the colors are was wonderful. You did it with your songs, with your showing your how the colors were and what is the importance of each colors. I think even I learned few things from this today. I think the students at this time of age, if they learn these things, I think it will remain forever. I think the ones which we have done even as a primary school students in a smaller towns, we still remember those things. So of course, getting the parents, what I was seeing also was so they were so proud. I could see in their face, their actions and all that, they would identify the parents at the back and they would tell their friends that their parents had come. It made them so proud to see you here. And I'm sure each one of you is proud of your children who's there. Let me begin with thanking the management of Aloysius Gonzaga School for calling me here. And I thought, what I can speak today. When they invited me some time back, I think it was last week, we were supposed to be here, and it was postponed because of the rains. I thought what I should be speaking. So last 1 week, what I did was, what the parents would come and ask me about the nutrition. Those questions I jotted down, and I thought I would tell you what are the questions what they would ask me. Usually in my clinic, which I thought I could tell you and answer these questions to you so that will make you know what it is. So one of the questions what they would ask me, what will happen if the nutrition remains poor in our children? See, over the times, I think maybe 40 years, 50 years, the nutritious food was hard to come by. Nutrition is very important for immunity. Our building proteins are required. I think we would see a lot of more infectious diseases. I think any hospital, if you see about 30, 40 years back, it was filled. I think the pediatric was the busiest ward in any hospital. There would be floor beds. We would have pneumonia, we would meningitis, we would diarrhea, cholera, measles, you name it. But as the time went by, the nutrition improved. Now I think the pediatric wards are the most empty wards in any hospital now, because the nutrition has really made our body resistant to that. It's very important because proteins are the building blocks of a body. Because adequate, proper nutrition is very important, because these children are the building block of a nation. Nation can be only strong if these children become strong and are healthy throughout. Second question they would ask me was how much food my child should have for optimal growth. Every child is not the same building block. So each one genetically has got a potential to grow to a certain this thing. So all these foods are basically 5 types of food. You know that your proteins are there, which you get from this milk, you get from the meat, you get from the legumes, you get from this dals and all that. Then you have fruits, you have sugar, that is carbohydrate, cereals you get. All these things are there. Basically, we would like to give them adequate food for each age. Basically, for us, for every pediatrician, I would say, every mother will come and say that the child is not eating adequate. But most often what used to happen is before, olden days, because if you see, how many days did we have non-vegetarian? Maybe once a month, once a week, once a year, only during festivals. But now it's almost a daily affair. So what the amount of food, what we used to eat, used to come from the rice or other things like sambar or this thing like that. So our grandparents are used to see a large amount of food which is being eaten. But that was the quantity. Now you have the quality foods available. So even if a quality foods which is adequate in proteins, enough of carbohydrate and cereals is enough to make your child have an optimal growth. If you have any concerns, it is better to go to your pediatrician, look whether that my child is growing well. But never compare with the other child, because see, each our ultimate growth potential is depend upon a genetic. Lot of it is depend upon genetic. A parents who are 6 feet or weighing 90 kgs, their children are going to be bigger compared to a small size parent's thing. What is a balanced diet for my child? What are the things we must eat as he is physically growing and has got a lot of mental work which is there? That's of course, as your child grows, they are going now with a competition everywhere. Every child, more so the parents want to excel in their how the child goes in their school. So balanced diet, as I said, about 60 to 65% of should come from the carbohydrates. That includes cereals, that is rice, your wheat, your ragi, and your sugar, which comes from that. And about 30 to 35% should come from the proteins. And about 10% should come from the fats, which is basically from dairy induced, like oils, etc., should be there. So as the child grows, his requirement also starts increasing. But it is not the same towards the thing, because what happens is a child who's around 3 kg as birth will become 9 kg at almost triple at 1 year. But next he becomes 12 kg. But after that, the growth is not that much till they reach the pubertal age. Again, they get an exponential growth which occurs for them. So as they grow, there is change in the way we give the food and what type of food also is there. What are the food items and drinks we should be avoided? Basically, we all depend, again what I said was that earlier, for the child, milk was the sole nutritious food. because they would never able to eat large quantity, and that much of food was also not to come by. So what our ancestors used to say is the milk was the panacea for all food. That is that milk is a major food. But over the time, we have got the different types of food what has come, so that we have to sort of distribute the nutrition in a different this thing. That is adequate amount of cereals, that is rice and all that. Then proteins also, we can use the meat or dal type of foods, legumes and all that. We can use that and make them so give a thing. So second thing is should be food which should be avoided. That is the junk food, what is very, very important, because now what the children see is also, we are also very busy. We tend to order from Zomato, Swiggy, all this pizzas, burgers, fried French fries, all those things which is there. What happens is in this, there is a high amount of salt to make them tasty. Then they have a sugar, high amount of sugar, which is bad for the food. And also they have a high amount of carbohydrate. So again it is processed, and also they add lot of this chemicals to make it feel tasty. And most of it is what is called as ultra processed foods, which are definitely not good for the children. And especially this health drinks, again because you can see the advertisement, Pediasure, all those things. Health thing, at least to a certain age, till about 6 to 7 years, should not be given to the children. Why? Because it contains a very high amount of sugar, almost about 35 to 43% of sugar, which can give rise to obesity. Obesity has become a big problem. We find now almost about 30% of children in a school are obese, almost 30%, which could never be imagined. Second type of this health food comes as a fruit juices. Again, packaged fruit juices are not very good for the children, because again it contains a lot of sugar in that, in the fructose form, which is also not good. Third question, many of them, this is a large number of parents ask is, my child is a fussy eater. What I should do? See, fussy eating, because again, what happens is, up till 2 years, they'll be eating well. By 2 years, there are so many things around them which make them more interesting. One is the play. They like to play, they like to see the things, they want to explore the things around them. What happens is that they lose their focus on the food, and they want to do that and play more rather than that. Of course, as I said, the exponential growth up till 2 years will start slowing down. This is the time when the child starts sort of slowly growing till about 7 to 8 years, then they start growing well. So main thing is to do that. I still remember as a small kid, I never liked eggs. So what my mother used to do, that must be around 50-55 years back, that you remember this Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So what she used to make is to boil my egg and put a carrot nose and a beetroot lips and the clove eyes and a hat of a cucumber and make me this thing. When I see that, I felt like that we should eat that thing. Similar way, you can make some food which make it more, you can cut the vegetable in a star or a small man-like thing. So like that, you can make it more interesting for them. And when you send to school, many a times what happens is their tiffin is kept empty. So they are more interested in playing. So it's very important we should prepare a food which they can finish early. Like for example, if you prepare rice, it takes a long time for them to eat that. So the tiffins should be for them to where that they can finish early and they can start playing how they want that to be. Can you suggest some healthy food item for snacks and desserts? Basically, a lot of desserts, like we think of ice creams and puddings and cakes. Again, it contains large amount of sugary thing, which is not good for that. It contains salt in some of the things, which can be harmful for you. Because what we are seeing is large amount of adolescents who are having hypertension. That we are trying to attribute it for the high salt intake during the early age. So we should be very careful about that item, that these snacks should be. Basically, whatever snacks what we are doing in home. But the problem is many of them see in the TV, the burgers, the sandwiches and all those. Same time you can make something from the homemade this thing. Instead of buying from outside, the pre-packaged one, you can always make a homemade snacks which is similar to that. Whether in the looks, whether in the taste, you can make it and do that. Another question recently, yesterday somebody asked me was, my daughter skips a breakfast and she rushes to the school. The problem is nowadays the school, some of the classes starts very early by 7:30 they have to. They'll be not sleeping like olden days by about 8 o'clock. Many of them stay quite long because parents are awake for some, by the time they come from the job itself, it takes about 6 or 7 o'clock. So they tend to stay awake, seeing a TV or for a longer time, work longer time. So children tend to sleep at a later age. So what happens when they sleep late, they get up, they are groggy already, they just want to catch the bus, they tend to go there. If you see, the breakfast is the most important thing, food in this thing, because from around 8 or 9 o'clock for 12 hours, we are not taking anything. So by the time if they don't eat that breakfast and go to school, they can be little hypoglycemic, low glucose, which is very important for their concentrating capacity or ability. So we have to make sure that breakfast is given. Even if they are not able to do it, get it. Try to give them something in your tiffin so that at least they can eat it during the travel for the thing. We are vegetarians. Will my child get enough nutrition without the non-veg food? This is again one of the common questions what they ask. Only thing is, vegetarian food lacks in vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, if it is less, what can happen is they can have anemia, that is low hemoglobin, and also some neurological concentrating ability. So where do we get vitamin B12 in the vegetarian? Usually milk has got, yogurt, milk, cheese. Then you can give it in other food like this badam or cashew nuts has got vitamin B12, it can be. Second item what is less in the vegetarian diet is calcium. Of course, they can make it up by eating a lot of dairy products. Dairy like milk and all that has got a lot of calcium. That is fine, you can give that food. And another question they ask is, my child is 5-6 years old now. Now, should we give, he likes his milk and he takes a large amount of milk. Is it okay to give milk for the child? So when, as I said, olden days, there was no other food other than the milk for the child. Either it was cereal, so milk was the main nutritive food for the small child. But now it is not so. I think actually after 2 years, there is no need for any other milk to be given for the child. But maximum you can give about 250 ml for a child between 2 years to 5 years. And about 350 ml for a child who is above 5 years. This is all that is needed. And what we find is now, there is a lot of work which is going on, because using the milk for a long time can give rise to this autoimmune diseases, which is in the later age when we become old, 70, 80 years, are sort of getting attributed for the other species milk which is there. My child does not gain weight despite of all foods tried. What health drink we should give? I have already answered that, because a lot of it is genetic. If you're really concerned, first is you go to the pediatrician, find out any other problem is there. Whether he has got any other problems, diseases which can cause that. Otherwise, it is most of the children we are of a genetic, as long as child is able to run around. Because if you see, when you petrol, if you don't put petrol to your car, it cannot move. If a child is active jumping around, that means he has got sufficient food for that this thing. Last is, my child will not eat unless I give him a mobile. And should I allow my child viewing mobile or TV? This is again a more common question, because just to make the child forget what they are eating, basically we give that. So because we are busy, we come there, we are tired, we just want them to eat, we show them the tablet or your TV and show them to do. The problem is when they do that, though they forget what they are eating, they forget what quantity they are eating. Either they can eat less because of that, they can eat more and give rise to obesity. And what type of food, the color of the food, everything they are not able to see. So this becomes a problem for them. Either you can go for the malnutrition or obesity, you can get into that. So you have to make sure that we should have that the screen time, eating time and screen time are two different things. Make sure that screen time of anything should not be allowed during this time. So with these few words, the common nutrition problem, I would thank the management for calling me here. It was a wonderful time watching the tiny tots perform wonderfully well. I really enjoyed and wish all the children of yours a very best in their future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for giving us the knowledge about the importance of nutritious food in our daily diet. Thank you so much. Great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, always about the goal. May I request our Honorable Principal, Father Melvin Anil Lobo SJ, to address the gathering.
Chief guest of today's program, Dr. Santosh Swans, Vice Principal and Coordinator of Kindergarten Section, Ms. Aparna Suresh, all the teachers, parents and my dear students. A very happy Colors Day to all of you, dear students. Happy Colors Day. Okay. Are you all happy? Wonderful. Very good. Do you all look colorful? Do you like? Very good. Very good. Do you like colors? Okay. Very good. Fine. Very good. You look all colorful today. Beautiful colors. Here there is red color, green color, blue color, yellow, pink. All colors are here. This hall is looking very colorful with all of you, dear students. And it has been a wonderful Colors Day. You came to the stage, danced, you sang songs, you gave significance. Beautiful things were done on the stage. Dear students, it has been a very colorful day. Today was a Colors Day and you have really shown true color of the Colors Day. I'm sure this will definitely a wonderful day for students. My dear parents, you have come to witness the first event of your wards for maybe the kindergarten 2 section. It may be other more programs, but for the pre-KG as well as kindergarten 1, this is the first performance in our school, and I'm sure you have been looking forward to this day. And you would have been definitely surprised, happy to see your ward coming forward and performing or speaking something or dancing, etc. It's the first time, and I'm sure that has been a great excitement. I appreciate all of you, dear parents, for sparing your time and being with your wards. That means much more to them. And I'm sure they will remember this day. Colors play an important role, both psychologically as well as in terms of learning. You know, when there are colors or colorful things are put in our house, we know we feel excited, we feel happy, The mood itself changes. It can become a joyful mood, happy mood. That is the beauty of colors. The color, maybe in terms of decoration or flowers or dress, it can really brighten us. The color has that influence. In terms of learning, it plays an important role. As you know, the colors are introduced first in the kindergarten section itself. First of all, the colors help the children to identify things. You give things in terms of color, the children are able to identify what is this, what particular thing is this, or what that animal or that bird, etc. Children start identifying things because of the colors. So colors are required. Colors help in terms of sorting out, organizing, classifying, say all these colors or this type of thing is this. So children are able to distinguish or rather classify, categorize. All this happens because of colors. So colors play an important role. Thirdly, my dear parents, colors help the children to express. You want children to express? Show them a color or maybe something that is colorful. Immediately, you do not have to tell them. Perhaps on their own, they'll start expressing. The more the color around them, they are excited, they speak out. So that is the beauty, and colors in a way motivate children to speak out, express themselves. Express not only verbally, non-verbally, and through other gestures. So colors help in terms of expressing. Colors also enhance perception. They may not all the time tell you, but it enhances perception and increases knowledge. So if things are given in a colorful way, the children perceive it. Children keep it in their memory. And that is why the classroom itself is made colorful. If you have seen the kindergarten classroom, there is the painting there, the animals, the birds, the flowers, the vehicles, all are painted there in their classrooms. Why? As soon as they enter, they are able to see, not only see, they are perceiving also. It becomes a learning for them. There are lots of things which are decorated and put up in the classroom. All these also are presented in a colorful way. Even what the teachers give them, the stars maybe, or maybe their own photographs, everything is done in a color. The importance is children learn through colors, and perception is greater, retention is greater, they begin to understand, the knowledge increases. So there are many aspects in terms of color which help in learning. And I think we need to use colors. It should, as you know, in the school, it continues from kindergarten to class 2. All colors are used, a lot of colors being used, even their textbooks and many other things are colorful, and slowly then it decreases because their interest will deviate from colors to other things. Perhaps more perception beyond the colors take place, and then it is easier for them to learn other things. So beginning of learning has to be colorful. So I encourage the parents to present to your wards in a colorful way whatever that you present, even to give a beautiful clothes or maybe certain gifts or something that you want to buy, or even the learning items. Let us be giving learning items which are colorful to them, not fancy. I think you need to distinguish between what is fancy and colorful. A thing which is colorful need not be fancy. Avoid as much as possible the things that are fancy, but rather go for something very colorful, and I'm sure they will like it, they will enjoy it, and perhaps through which they will learn many things. So present things to your wards in a colorful way, and I'm sure they will learn much more. So I would like to once again wish our Tiny Tots wonderful day today. They were here with color and they are presented their beautiful items, and we were very delighted to see all of them performing. So thank you, dear students, for your wonderful performance. Let's give a round of applause to all our students for their beautiful presentation. I would like to appreciate all our teachers for their effort. Lot of effort has gone through in this preparing the students. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the kindergarten coordinator, Ms. Appanna Suresh, and all the teachers who have put their hard effort to get the students ready for this beautiful day. Let's put our hands together and thank all our teachers. I would like to thank all the parents for being present today and witnessing today's beautiful Colors Day celebration. Thank you very much, and keep continuing encouraging your wards, and through colors encourage them to learn many more things. Thank you very much. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank our chief guest. He has beautifully given something beautiful to all of you in terms of nutrition. I think that is the great preoccupation as parents you all have, and I'm sure his talk also has enlightened you in terms of nutrition. Thank you, sir, for enlightening our parents and giving that very informative talk to our parents. Thank you very much, and thank you for gracing today's occasion. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for your words of motivation and encouragement. Gratitude is the mother of all virtues. To extend our gratitude to everyone who made this program a grand success, I take pleasure in inviting our KG2 students, Johan Fernandez and Alishna Karkera, to propose the vote of thanks.
Warm greetings to one and all gathered here. Warm greetings to one and all gathered here.
I, Johan Fernandez of KG2B.
I, Alisna Karkera of KG2A.
Deem it a great honor to propose this vote of thanks. On this memorable occasion,
let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making to this program a resounding success.
first and foremost, I'm going to thank our chief guest, Dr. Santosh Jones, for gracing this occasion. I request our principal, Father Melvin Anil Lobo, SJ, to hand over our token of gratitude to our chief guest. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.
We are grateful to our principal, Father Melvin Anilo SJ, for his words of encouragement. Thank you, Father.
I thank our Vice Principal and Kindergarten Coordinator, Ms. Appanna Suresh, for her guidance and support. Thank you, ma'am.
My heartfelt thanks to all of the teaching and non-teaching staff who have lended a helping hand for the success of this program. A special gratitude go to all the parents for their support and encouragement. Dear parents, thank you so much for attending this program. I would like to thank the media people for capturing this special moment. I thank our friends and classmates for making this program a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, dear children. Color is a power which directly influences the soul. With this beautiful quote, I thank you all, dear parents, for joining us today to make this program a grand success. Thank you once again. May I request the dignitaries to assemble for the group photo? Meantime, I request the parents to go down towards the main entrance of kindergarten section to pick your awards. After the photo session, class teachers will hand over your award as usual.